Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. A lot of my YouTube videos are Twitch highlights, which is great. I haven't actually done a recorded video for YouTube and I'm too scared to post it anywhere else. I feel like YouTube can post it, no one will ever see it. It's great. What I've decided to do is rank all the games that I've actually played this year. They're not games that have been released this year, they're just games that I've played. Some have been off stream, some have been on stream. Done a little tier list and yeah, I just wanted to get into it. There's not actually any bad games, but there will be some that are top, some that are okay. So I've put good at the time, which is probably gonna be a few of them. And I've got a meh category, which will come to it. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's just go through. So I've gone through my Steam, played. So Lethal Company, I believe this was last year. We played quite a bit of it up to probably like March maybe. I think it had quite a big release last year and then it had like an update I think at the start of this year, so we played a bit more of it. This one, I do love it. However, it is good at the time. I don't know if it's one that you would return to all the time. I don't know. I'm thinking with this one, I might have to put it in either pretty good or good at the time. I feel like pretty good is in between these two, and content warning is actually quite similar. However, this has a different element to it, but I feel like it's less scary. I think they need to mix the games together. The content warning is so good because you can literally record and you can watch the footage that you record, which makes for some great clips. But Lethal Company is better in terms of the monsters and the horror element. So I'm going to put it in good at the time, unless they release some better stuff. I also feel like, I don't know, the background, the darkness, I prefer Lethal Company if I'm comparing the two. Okay, House Flipper 2, I played a bit of this on the stream. In fact, I didn't play as much on stream. I actually started to play loads off stream. And what I did was I started to buy all the houses and upgrade them all. Well, flip them all. I might even put it in Love It because I think it's a game that I probably will return to fairly often. It's quite a good cozy game. It's got quite a lot of good elements. Okay, moving on to Icarus. This is a game that we do always return to, but I don't know if we would always return to it, you know? I might pop it in Love It. We come back to it again and again, and there's more and more that you can do. I really like the gameplay of it. I really like the world that you're in. I like the enemies, I like the fighting, I like the building, the survival aspect. There's a lot of it that is really, really good. Pal World. This is very similar to Icarus. I might have to pop it in a very similar category. You can play co-op, which is great, because we do play a lot of co-op. There's been a big update recently as well, which we haven't actually played yet. Will I always return to it? I don't think I would. I feel like it's a game where I'm starting to be a bit done with it, and I don't know, I might pop it in pretty good at the top. My first always return to game is Coral Island. This is a game I have not played at all on stream. It's more of a little gremlin game where I'm just like, you know, no makeup, hood up, oody kind of game where I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm actually so close to finishing the game. I say finishing the game and I'm close. I'm probably not, but I've got so many hearts with different people right now, and I'm so close to marriage, which is quite easy to do, but I just haven't really prioritized that. I have also almost done all of the offerings. I'm actually really close to finishing, and you never know, I might come on the stream and just be like, hey, here's halfway through my Coral Island play. You want to finish this game with me? So yeah, I will always return to it. I think there's so much to it, at least at the moment. And I think there'll be more updates as always. So yeah, it's going to go into we'll always return to. It's a great game. Moving on to Abiotic Factor. Now this game was this year. It was fairly new. I want to say like in spring maybe. It's another co-op game. There's a lot of story to it, and is it even early access? I can't remember. But yeah, Abiotic Factor is a good game. I'm not going to put Love It. I'm going to say it's pretty good. I'm going to say underneath Lethal Company. I feel like so far I've had less fun playing that. Not that it's a bad game. It's pretty good. Also because we are currently playing it and it is still quite new, and I know that I probably will get bored of it at some point. Now, another always return to, probably the top game of the year, don't you know, is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 will always return to. This game has so much character, so much story, gameplay, and it's in a style that I think most people probably haven't played before. I think a lot of people that were new to gaming or had only played certain games played this and really, really enjoyed it. There's so many different options that you can do with each chapter and act and all these different avenues that you can go down. Baldur's Gate 3, we are still currently playing, by the way. We are playing our second co-op game. We've all done a solo as well off stream, and I might do another solo at some point in the future because it's just so good. That's the other thing as well. So many different characters that you can be yourself. Sorcerer, druid, orc, dragonborn, all these different options. So it's so good. I don't know if I can put Lake in good at the time because I don't think it was good at the time. I don't think it was like a brand new game or anything. And I don't even know if I can put it in pretty good. I might have to pop it in Lake Lake? It is Lake. Might have to pop it in Meh. I don't like doing that. I've played this literally like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I just feel like it did not have any connections with the characters. I like the idea of it. I love the story of you are a delivery driver in this lovely American town, this lovely sort of cozy Providence, I think it's called. I just feel like when you were talking to all the different characters, there was no connection, and it was almost like AI. It just felt like there was something missing. There was a human element missing to it, which is a shame. I think it had a lot of potential, and so I was looking forward to playing it, and I did finish it. It's only like 7 hours, I think, 6 hours, something like that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pop it in Meh. Delivery. This game I will always return to, I think. This is an off-stream game that I've been playing. It's very similar to 112 Operator or 911, I believe it was called, which I have also played. This game is like the frantic game, the stress that you just need. And I always play it right before bed for some reason. And I've realised I'm actually such an evening person. But the evening, after a full day of work, I'm somehow great. I'm like, yep, I got this. I can deliver everything. The only downside is that there is not much of the campaign. There's about 6 or 7, I think. And I've got 4 stars on all of them. So sure, I could redo them and try and get 5 stars. But I feel like in 112 Operator, there was so many more campaigns that you can do. But also free play is great, which is what I'm doing. But now that I'm saying that, I might put it in Love It. Pop it above House Flipper 2. Okay, Deep Rock Galactic. This game is so good. We do always return to it. This has been out for years now, and we do keep returning to it. There's been a big update recently. I think we're on season 5, and a big update as well. And we just really like this game. I really like the gameplay. I really like the 4 main characters. There's a lot of action. It's a lot of chaos. There's 4 different characters in terms of what they do, their abilities, what they specialize in. You can really personalize your dwarves, which is just great. But yeah, I'm going to pop this into We'll Always Return To, probably above Coral Island. Now, controversial opinion. I like Starfield. I'm not the biggest gamer when it comes to all of these different things and opinions and history of games, and I have worked out that a lot of the negative reviews are people who are big gamers, which is fair enough. I can appreciate that. However, I have been playing this. I've got about 12 or 13 hours in it already, so quite new for me. But I think it's really good. I'm sure it's not the best game I've ever played, and if you're comparing it to something like Fallout, then maybe it's not as good as that. I'm enjoying it. There's kind of an overwhelming amount of story to the point where I'm just like, I have no idea what to do next. I do love a good side mission, but there's a lot of them. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pop it in pretty good. I quite like it. Probably higher than any of these as well. 2 left, Void Crew. Void Crew is a bit like, I mean, it's not like, but the reason that we play it is a bit like Deep Rock Galactic. We do return to it. It's a 4-player. We played it yesterday with a big update, and it's so good. We had so much fun with it. You're essentially, I realize I haven't described any of these games, but I'm hoping you guys will know what all the games are. But basically, you're flying through space. You're flying a spaceship, and you've got a scavenger, you've got a engineer, which I'm kind of those 2 roles. You've got the pilot, and you've got the gunner. Then you have all these different challenges, and yeah, they're very challenging. And it's so much fun. The idea that everyone has their own role really does help, because I feel like sometimes in games that you don't really have a specific role. At least I'm the sort of person where I need a role, because otherwise I'm just not doing anything. So yeah, Void Crew, I'm going to pop it in Love It. I don't know if it's Will Always Return To, but it's definitely probably there. Okay, finally, Death and Taxes. This was a random one that I threw in because I realised that I played this at the start of the year. This was on the Jingle Jam bundle. I want to say from last year, actually. I hadn't got around to playing it, and I actually found this quite fun. I liked the idea of it, and I'm going to pop it in pretty good. I really struggled to get the good ending. I got the bad ending like 3 times, but the idea where you mark who dies is it's a good psychology game where it kind of tests your brain and your mind to be like, well, someone has to die here. So yeah, it's a good thought-provoking game if you want to play it. I recommend this little game. It's very good. Yeah, that is my 6 months of games 2024. So if this ever sees the light of day, I might do another one at the end of the year. Thank you for watching my incredible tier list of games that I have played this year. Bye.